be anything in this world. Bitch, be for real. That's all I wanted. You must have been to quit playing the fuck out of crazy. Bitch.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Ant Money Experience, the podcast like no other. Just to give my co-host a heads up, my laptop acting like a Negro, so I'm gonna need you to give me the cues when the videos end. But ladies and gentlemen, how is everybody doing this week? When I tell you I had a hectic day, it's been a slow week, but a hectic day. And I mean, I just been running behind and everything today, but we are here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast, unlike no other, the Ant Money Experience. Hope everybody had a good day, had a good week. This is the unofficial start of the weekend. Took the episode off last week. I felt like the country was still a little election drunk, and I just didn't have anything worthwhile. I wasn't going to do an election reaction, as y'all could tell, because my last show had Zen, and it was 2 days after the election. I just wasn't doing it. But we are here today, and if you are here today, you are here on the Big Exclusive Network. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you would like to be a co-host or would like your business spotlighted on the Ant Money Experience, make sure you let a brother know. Slide in that DM. Ladies, you know how to get to the front. But without further ado, a message from our sponsors. Before we go any further, I want to say, because I won't be on air tomorrow, happy birthday to my sister, Jasmine Rockmore. C-Po, my bad. Take the Rockmore off and put the C-Po on. No disrespect to my brother-in-law, but happy birthday, Jazz, my partner in crime, Ace Boom Coon. Enjoy your birthday however you can enjoy it this year. Insider. But without further ado, producer, bring up my co-host for this evening. What up, big dog?
What's up, y'all? What's going on?
Ryan is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. My laptop is acting like a straight up Negro. So if you could take care of the comments for me, good brother. And with that being said, let's jump into that. If it bleeds, it leads. So, producer, drop that first video, please.
I'm like, yo, you shot me?
That was the moment Darnell Henry nearly died. You can see his arm is in a sling now after the bullet went through his shoulder.
Hit me right here. So I'm like, I'm not really feeling it. I didn't even know the bullet was here.
He says he was outside watching TV in front of his house on West Oakdale Street in Strawberry Mansion early on Sunday morning, November 3rd. Now, according to Henry, his dog Bella walked up to 56-year-old Paul Sanders, who was walking his own dog at the time, and Sanders did not want the dog near him. At one point, Henry tells us that he mentioned that the man's dog looked skinny and believes that's why he came back with a friend a few minutes later and shot him.
I'm more angry than anything. Like, yo, like really, we couldn't, over a dog talk, bro? A dog talk. This is nothing else but talking about how his dog will be mine, no, feed your dog and walk away. I get a bullet for that?
After the shooting, police say Sanders and 20-year-old Tannen Fitzpatrick walked away from the scene and barricaded themselves inside of a home on North 23rd Street. We were there when the SWAT team entered that home and arrested the two, who are now facing a number of charges, including aggravated assault.
It's upsetting, man. It's really upsetting, man. I could have died right there. Like, literally, I could have died over a dog talk.
Henry's still waiting to hear from police about the next steps in the process, and he's trying to figure out why something so simple escalated into a shooting.
I just don't understand how people just run to a gun. Philly, it's no love in this joint, man. This ain't the city of brotherly love.
We good?
Yeah,
You hear me?
Yeah, we
All
good.
right.
I don't know. I don't know if the video's still playing because a lot of times when I'm in the app, it don't like the video will cut out. Like the video will still be rolling. That's why I'm trying to log in on Facebook.
No, it played. But Ryan, when you seen video with the old head and the dog, first of all, I hate to laugh at certain things, but I got a sick sense of humor, so I'm a laugh. Ryan, what was your first thoughts when you saw that video?
I thought it was funny as hell. Like that was some real Philly shit. He like, for real though, you shot me. Like,
You shot me.
like that shit. That was the most Philly shit that you could possibly do. So, yeah, I
It's
mean,
certain.
it's a crazy situation, but it was definitely. The him getting shot is not the fact. It's just him explaining it. That
I
was funny.
mean, I like the bid.
Yeah,
I would
like
hate, I would hate to get shot because of one of my bids, and I know I came, but pretty close. I mean, it was that time that I called that lady with the short gold haircut a bald head B word. could have got for real, but I mean, Philly, make sure y'all are safe, watching out there. It's cold blooded in these streets. But with that being said, producer, play my next video, please.
Police body camera video shows the moment Brittany Patterson was arrested for letting her 10-year-old son walk into town by himself.
What am I under arrest for?
For reckless endangerment.
And how was I recklessly endangering my child?
We're not talking about it.
On October 30th, Patterson said she took one of her children to the doctor. In the meantime, her son, Soren, who since turned 11, decided to walk less than a mile into town from their home in rural Mineral Bluff, Georgia. While out, Patterson got a call from the sheriff's department, worried that Soren was walking alone.
I wasn't concerned. I wasn't, panicking or concerned because it's just a short walk from our house. He knows how to get home. He knows how to get there.
Authorities dropped Soren off at home, and 5 hours later, they returned.
Call mommy and tell them they're taking me to jail because you decided to walk down the street.
Let go of your hands. That's not his fault.
Yeah, call mommy.
You're the mother. That's your responsibility.
Last time I checked, it wasn't illegal for a kid to walk to the store.
So. It is when they're 10 years old.
Patterson was booked on suspicion of reckless conduct, a charge that could carry 1 year in jail. The warrant claiming she willingly and knowingly did endanger the bodily safety of her juvenile son.
Our criminal justice system is built on the fact that you did something or you were negligent. You did something criminally negligent. So what is it she did?
Authorities have offered to drop the charge if Patterson signs a safety plan that includes the use of a GPS tracker on her son's phone. But she refuses to sign it or admit doing anything wrong.
I just felt like I couldn't sign that, and that in doing so would be agreeing that there was something unsafe about my home or something unsafe about my parental decisions, and I just don't believe that.
Brittany Patterson is out on bail, awaiting to see if prosecutors will indict her on the reckless conduct charge.
Now, Ryan, what was your thoughts about that particular video?
That pisses me off when I see them wasting our tax dollars on some dumb shit. Like, I think it's fair to say that all our parents, if this was like a real prosecutable law, whatever it is, all of our parents would have been in jail 10 times over because we all done been in the house or walked somewhere 10 years old.
So
I go to corner store and stuff by myself all the time. I used to walk to the park. What do kids do? They walk to the park. They go to the baseball.
I was about to ask, how old was you when Mom Dukes was like, you was cool to walk to the store by yourself?
I've been walking to the store by myself since I was like 4 or 5, but the store was always on the block. But
Okay.
if I went to the store around the corner, I've been going to the store around the corner probably since I was like, I want to say like 8 or 9. But I was always with like another kid. Like that was always the catch. I had to be with another kid by myself. Probably 10. Like honestly, probably double digits is probably when.
I would say by 7 years old was when Mom Dukes, yo, I need you to go to the store. I'm cooking. Make sure my change is right. I'm going to say when I was about 8 or 9, I was actually walking to school by myself. The school was about 3-4 blocks away, But I mean, I think that she used good judgment. She like, yo, he going here is less than a mile away, so he not really going far.
Right.
I mean, by 10 years old, I was going to the park, which was probably about the same distance as when he did. And it's like, at a certain point, people gotta realize that like these kids are not babies. At a certain point, they can do stuff by themselves. And you have to kind of enforce, you know, your kid, you know what your kid is capable of. My mom trusted me to go to the park or to go to the corner store at that age and knew that I had the rightful wherewithal to be able to come back in one piece.
I think it's one of them cities or little towns where they don't have no real crime, so they just fucking with niggas. Like that shit is
Yeah.
real
And then
petty. Like
yeah.
what?
And then it's
Getting
probably one of
arrested because a nigga
everybody
walked
know each
home is
other.
wild.
Everybody probably know each other. Little Billy, what you doing out here by yourself? My mom said I could go to the store. Could be one of them joints where it's a small town and they don't like it because she looked like she had a little attitude on her, but also she could have just been really pissed off.
Or it could be one situation where like the lady arrested them, they might know each other. They might went to high school together or something. Like them towns, stuff be running deep. Like it'd be
Facts.
that shit was corny.
Yeah, I definitely thought that was corny as shit. And for the good people from that random ass town and Georgia, the police, record label staff and crew, y'all some crumb bums on the real. But
You're a crumb bum.
with that being said, producer, let's jump into my next video, please.
You ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
Sight. Okay. Go.
You back, Ant?
All right. I love the level of petty because when it is up, it is up. Ryan, you today, do you have a person where it don't matter where in life you see him, it's gonna be up?
Pause. No?
Yeah, pause. That was crazy.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I really don't have no beef with nobody. Honestly, not no more. Like I don't. I really don't. I don't think I had nobody. But I could definitely understand like from the side of when you do have that level of beef with somebody, like when you do see him, it could be on site type thing. But I feel, I'm 38, so like now it's kind of like, yeah.
Oh, so you 38, so you think you special?
I got a 38 special.
Wow. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we got action. I am back. I see the comments. Shout out to Tiff. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. But yeah, there's a couple people that's no matter where I see you in life, you still gonna get these hands. I don't care how old I am. This individual know who he is. You know what I'm saying? Gets like that. But for me, it's no beef. It's more like I can't see where that object is, but I'm gonna assume that object is something violent. But with that being said, producer, play my next video, please.
As we don't have the capacity. As we don't have the capacity.
I think we back in.
Ryan, did you get a chance to? Did you watch the fight first of all?
Yeah, I watched the fight, so I was aware of what was going on, but I didn't watch it on Netflix because I got the cable hookup, so
Gamer.
I pay for it.
Sure.
I watched it on my Fire Stick, but
Okay.
I I did. Ironically, I did like I logged in to see what was going on, and the stream was still like it was stuck like on the first 10 minutes of the stream. Like Netflix got to get it together because they got like all these live action shows and everything coming in January, especially wrestling. Like you can't fuck that money up. Like
Yo, for sure. So the thing, so I was actually talking about it with a guy at work, and he said, "Yo, you got to remember, it's 60. Excuse me, it's 60 million people watching at the same time." So I was like, "Yeah," but I was like, "If they not getting this right, how what they gonna do for football?" So he was like, "Football gonna be a different situation." I'm like, "You sure?" I think more people gonna watch football than
oh no,
watch that. So I didn't know the numbers at first. When I heard it was 60 million, I'm like, yeah, that's a lot when they serve it at once, when they not really a live streaming type of platform. I guess it was like a good tester to let
yeah.
them where they weak at. But I looked and like Sunday night football, I'm gonna say is gonna be one of the most watched games that you're gonna have. And they said the max for that was like 20 million. So I feel like if you get in less than half of that number, they may be able to get that together by the time Christmas comes. Because if that's what the Christmas game gonna look like, they gonna get a solid, like maybe I'm gonna give them about a 10-minute watch, and then I'm gonna get frustrated because the only reason why I even gave that a shot was because I was in the house literally doing nothing. I didn't feel like playing the game. I'm watching TV, but it ain't really much going on. But the fight itself, what did you think about it? The
So two
result.
things. Two things. Some of it I did feel like the fact that Mike got paid more money to not knock him out, like that was it was literature in the contract that spoke to that. I felt like, but I felt like I don't want to say rigged, but I felt like you know what I mean. And
Synchronized
also,
wrestling.
Mike, if Mike had the legs he had when he fought Roy 3 years ago, he would have beat the dog shit out of Jake Paul. Jake Paul is not a fighter. He's not a boxer. You can go back and watch it, but there's plenty of opportunities, Mike, where he like let up, where like he threw it, but he just dropped his hand, like where I don't care if he's 60, 70. If Mike Tyson hits you flush, you going down. Like I really think it was more about both of them getting paid. Mike needed the money.
It's
Obviously, Jake Paul needed the
twofold
money.
because I can see that, but also Mike is still almost 60 years old. I feel like Mike at that point, like people keep saying there's points where he could have knocked him out. Also, you lose a step as you get older in age. So there was
Yeah.
points that I felt like everything that people was pointing out was stuff that was like, I mean, also even with the Roy fight, he was tired.
He was tired, but he
And
was fucking Roy up.
I mean, he was also you could also see where he was starting to get winded. And
And those was 3 minute rounds. Him and Roy was 3 minute rounds. It was 8 3 minutes.
oh shit, that's true too.
Three minutes.
But I mean, if it was a cash grab, cool. I don't feel that Mike really had. I don't feel like he really had a chance to win that fight because Jake Paul is still younger. So regardless of him not being the best boxer, he still can punch and he still has more energy than somebody double his age.
He
I
younger. He
mean,
got the energy. As somebody used to fight, Jake Paul is not a fighter. If I started training, I would beat the dog shit out of Jake Paul. Jake Paul
oh,
does
for
not
sure. I
feel like
don't think he's a good fighter. I
he
feel
doesn't.
like
He
he
doesn't.
does.
There's a reason why he don't fight actual fighter like the what's his name? B what is it? The B whatever. He the light heavyweight champion. He got like all the belts. He challenged
The
Jake
one
Paul. He said,
dude,
"Come fight
the
me."
one
And,
dude dropped him though. You see, he ain't never revisit that shit.
oh yeah, that's Tyson Fury, little brother.
Yeah,
He dropped him. Yeah.
he
And he's a
dropped
real
him.
boxer. He's a real
Yeah.
boxer. He lost to him. And Tyson Fury is like little brother. Is not even like he's like an average. He's like his record is like 9-12. Like he's not even like a good fighter, and he couldn't beat him. So like you talking about put him in the ring with niggas that actually box? They're gonna beat the dog. So
Yeah.
he keeps talking about he want to fight Canelo. No, he do not. That shit will be over in the first round. The first minute of the first round, he's going down. I guarantee it. I will bet my fucking 401k, life I will bet all of that, my house, everything on it. He's going fuck down.
Yo, I just need real boxing to come back. I hate to see the sport that I love deteriorate. And like, even to an extent with football. Football just not the same, and it's like I just hate seeing a sport that I love. I mean, shit, even basketball is it's
watered
rough.
down.
Like watching a sport that you love just deteriorating in front of your eyes.
Everything's so watered down and like protected. You know,
Man, fuck they
Lamelo
say.
just got Lamelo got fined 100K for saying no homo. 100,000 for saying no homo.
Yeah, that is wild.
That's where we at now. It's like, man,
Yeah,
why do your nails cost $250?
it's a fucking crazy world.
Did you see
But
that? She said her nails cost
not fighter anymore.
250.
Anyone in his place is it? Yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, it's theatrics. Mike got the bag, and he said that he was training. Really, he wanted to make sure that he could get back in the ring and be able to at least, like complete a fight after almost losing his life back in I think he said June. He had like
Oh,
8
yeah.
blood transfusions, lost like 25 pounds on the operating table. I mean, I'm just glad Mike didn't get knocked out because that's a childhood hero, and nobody definitely wants to see that. But with that being said, producer, my next video, please.
You better tuck your chain to the gang in here. Lil Looney snuck that thing in here. You better tuck your chain to the gang in here. Lil Looney snuck that thing in here.
Listen, first I wanted to remind y'all next week is Thanksgiving, so the Ant Money Experience will not be on next week, but I will be back the week after, like we never miss nothing. Make sure you check back in 2 weeks. But Ryan, Thanksgiving, what's your favorite dish?
Yams.
Freak ass nigga. Freak ass nigga. But no.
Nice sweet with a lot of syrup.
So my family never really had like a big Thanksgiving tradition. Like we would go to other people's houses. I want to say like once or twice in my childhood. Do I remember having it at my crib? We would go to grandma's crib. After my grandfather died, celebrations kind of got rough on her. But I've been for the last 8 years celebrating Thanksgiving with white people. Not gonna hold you. My new favorite Thanksgiving dish is casserole.
I thought you were gonna say potato salad with raisins.
Yo, it's funny because one of my homies that's there at Thanksgiving, I made a joke one time because she said something about I made good potato salad. I was like, she was like, "What's funny?" I was like, "You're white."
Oh.
He was like, "You think because I'm white I can't make potato salad?" I said, "Yeah, that's exactly what I think."
Right, like
She was like, I got something for you, dog. She made this potato salad. We had a fantasy football party, and she brought it over, and I was like, "You want me to try your white people potato salad?" She was like, "Yeah," and I want you to try it in front of my face.
Oh.
I took a bite, and I was like, "My fault for the disrespect."
All that.
I'm not gonna hold you. It's like looking at it, it looks different because it's not like I'm used to like real yellow potato salad. It's not yellow like that. Like but everything else is crack. I mean, you throw bacon in there. I was like, my fault for the disrespect. Now when she had functions, I'll be looking at the table like it's right there. It slaps.
I had some I went to my brother's house last year for Thanksgiving. His wife, she made she called it a sweet potato casserole, but it was basically yams, but the way they made it, I need to get the recipe. She had like pecans and stuff in it. The shit was bomb. I ain't even gonna hold you. When I saw it, I was like, I had never had it before. I like trying new stuff. No Diddy. And I wanted to like that shit was bomb. I actually got to text her and get the recipe. I'm still in it. It was
Yeah.
really good. It was really good.
So yeah, green bean casserole. They had this other like rice, cheese, and broccoli casserole. That shit was slaps. But Christmas is more of a bigger deal in my family. Everybody comes to my house at Christmas, and like Christmas is just open. If you ain't got nowhere Mom Dukes. Oh, it's always enough food for extra people. And then we started a white elephant celebration. That'd be my favorite part of Christmas. So you know, we get the immediate ones gifts, but everybody get a $50 gift, and then we do the white elephant. I personally like to take the gift that my grandmother gets every year, steal it for no reason, just because she has dementia, and it's funny to me. I take it and she's like, "It's mine." No, it's mine, man. Then go up there and get something else, grandma.
The views in real life characteristics of Ant Money do not in no way reflect the
Listen,
beliefs of a safe space for men. Get the fuck off the couch.
a black elephant. Wow. What
Oh,
up, Corey?
that's racist.
But
My God.
but also pray for the 76ers. I don't want to give a knee-jerk reaction, but I think I'm ready for Embiid trade. Give the keys to Maxey. Paul George is the. You know what Paul George remind me of? When it like when it be a flood down south and they sell them cars, that they be new cars, but you don't know like underneath is all rusted out. Like it might look cool, but the engine and everything is fucked up, and you're gonna figure that out in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, as soon as you get on
Paul
that
George. What up, Tay Boogie? That's what Paul George reminds me of. Paul George, all that money down the fucking drain. Embiid, get it together. Shout out to Maxey, because I read that them Florida cars. I read that they had a teams and coaches meeting the other day, and Maxey called out Embiid, said, "Get your shit together." I respect it. If you can't
Embiid
check,
becoming late to all the meetings and stuff.
what'd you say?
Embiid becoming late to all the meetings and stuff.
Yeah, he was like, he basically told him like, "Get your shit together," and I concur. Pray for New England Patriots. Draft looking good. As always, fuck the Eagles. Yeah.
We only got one more win than the Sixers, and the Sixers played more games than y'all.
Yikes. Corey, I know you're here. We'll keep your Dallas Cowboys in prayer. I know that I'm going to get blocked for this, but fuck them Giants. I heard they benched Danny Jones.
Dave Jones, he had a press conference today. He's like apologizing for being such a terrible quarterback and doing such a terrible job. They kicked you out. That's fucked up.
I agree that he's a terrible quarterback, though.
But without real red, big exclusive be quick on the draw when it comes to shutting somebody off for something they said. So I knew I had 3 seconds to get my Danny Jones comment off before he was coming through, knocking me off the screen. But without further ado, y'all know how I like to end. If it bleeds, it leads. Producer, play my funny video of the week.
Take pictures today?
Yeah.
How did you smile? Show me. That's how you smiled?
Yeah.
Let me see. You said cheese?
Ryan, you got 12 kids.
Whoa. You watch your filthy mouth.
What?
I got 5.
Oh, shit, my bad. No, dog. 1 second. That picture you posted earlier this week. Damn, dog. You one of them people where your kids all look like the same child at one point of their childhood. Like, I remember when I was younger, my mom played this game with my daughter where she had pictures of, whoa, I just saw your name change. That's crazy.
My name?
Yes. That's
it's been that way the whole time.
Yo, my mom had took 2 pictures, one of both of my sisters when they was babies at like the same point. And my mom was like, which one is this? And my daughter guessed wrong every time because my sisters look that much alike.
Damn.
But that picture you had with your daughter, I was like, damn, that just looked like Jordan all over again. And you looked like a lesbian with a mustache.
Wait, what happened?
Ron posted
what?
a picture, and
Huh?
it was him. I think that was your oldest, wasn't it?
That was my oldest.
Yeah, and he just looked like Cleo from Off and Set It Off.
Okay, good. You know what I'm drinking right now?
What?
I'm drinking the Jack Daniels that you got me when you lost that bet.
All right, producer. With that being said, we're going to jump into that lounge talk. Producer, let's jump into that lounge talk. You got that one.
That's what happened when you talk shit about the Giants.
Yo, you been getting real. The producer been getting real petty. I don't like it. I think I'm rubbing off. Pause. But yeah, that was crazy. But so y'all know how I like to do the show. I got my water cooler topic, and so Sunday when I was out with some homies, two of my homies are teachers. So they were talking about the renaming of schools. So I live in Virginia. A lot of the schools are named after like Confederate commanders. There's like a lot of streets that have been named after like Robert E. Lee or I forget the guy's name, but the guy that was the president of the Confederate in the South during the Civil War. Actually, I had a wild ass moment the other day. I was walking to CVS, and this dude rolled down the street with a half Virginia and Confederate flag. He looked over at me, and he was like, so we just sat there and looked stupid at each other for like 2 minutes. But I was like, that's some wild shit. But my question for you, we brought up the topic of her school being renamed. So the school was originally named Robert E. Lee High School. So she said, I don't think schools should be named after people. And I was like, why not? So she said, and I forget this man's name every time, John Lewis. John Lewis, the congressman that died a couple years ago. He was civil rights activist. He marched with Martin Luther King. And she said the school was renamed after him. But I don't think that makes sense because this school is 70% Mexican. I won't say Mexican, it's Hispanic, but mostly Mexican. She was like, black people only make up 10% of their school. Those kids don't have a connection to John Lewis. So she said two options. One, I think that if the school is going to be renamed at this point or named at all, it should be named by a majority of the ethnicity of the students within that area. Or she said, I really don't think schools should be named after people at all because if later on down the line, you find out something derogatory, you're going to name school after somebody else until something else comes out about them. So she said, what I think is every school should be named after the neighborhood is, and it should just be elementary, middle school, high school. Don't name it after a person, just name it after the area. How do you feel about that?
I think I can hear most of you said. So I'm all for like I'm okay with whoever your names these. First of all, they already know that these people were horrible people when they named them. When they named the schools after people, we not even gonna play that game. But I think if you are gonna rename it, I don't think naming the John Lewis thing that didn't make sense. If it was like in an urban community, that would make absolute sense. But she's right. You naming a school after a guy that they have no relationship to. They don't even know. They probably don't know who the fuck he is. And they definitely should just it should be whatever middle charter school. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all they built. Whatever they my daughter go her. Well, I don't want to say it on here what school, but it's not named after. It's not named after a person. It's just like a name. It's just like how they got the school of the future. You know what I'm saying? Like you can make up a cool ass name. for a school. So, but all them people that was the school, George Washington, Ben Frank, like everything that you can dig up dirt on anybody at this point. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. I definitely when at first when she said that, I was like, I don't see wrong with it, but that I mean anything about I was just like, yeah, I get that. I get that. I agree with that. But producer, without further ado, producer, play my Lounge Talk video for this evening.
But all mine.
You crazy.
I want y'all to see what I post.
Yeah, you crazy.
I want y'all to comment.
She want to go on her Cash App. That's what it is. But other than that, I agree with bro because sometimes you don't want that temptation sometimes, especially if you dealing with somebody else.
So
you don't want to look at their story.
Like
you don't want to look at their comments.
Y'all honestly like really deep feeling them because why do y'all care? If they somebody you're just dating or fucking, like why do you care what they have to say?
Because after we done, I don't want to see you happy either.
Well, we talking about, hold up, are you talking about exes or are you just talking about people that you deal with that's
general,
not a relationship?
Relationship.
Like, I don't want to deal with somebody. I don't want to.
Are you scared you're going to get your heart broken because you might see something on their page that's going to break your heart? That's what it probably sounds like.
That's a good question.
And that's a good thing.
Well,
because he's going to cry like a little baby.
Never
like a little baby.
Never that. It's always my interactions that get me in trouble in those situations.
Why? Because you gonna call her? Why you post up with another guy? Yeah, crazy. That's why you're not friends with them. Because you're gonna be on their page stalking and talking about, I saw you with another guy. I saw your page. What bar you at? Twerking with your girls. Why that boy smacking your butt? That's how y'all be. That's why you don't want to be friends with those girls. No, I can keep going. Actually, you want me to keep going?
Shout out to Jay King and Hollywood over at Unbrotherly Love, Sisterly Advice. Ron actually is on an episode that's supposed to be dropping tomorrow. Shout out to that. Shout out to Brody. It was funny because I had a topic in mind already, and this actually fed into the topic that I was looking to do. So I'm gonna ask you a twofold question. The first one is obviously going to be, how do you feel about the clip that you saw? And the second one is going to be, I was watching a podcast the other day and they were talking about exes, and they were like, when a relationship is over, what do you do about like the ex's content? Well, the ex's stuff. And one girl was like, I keep it. I'm real sentimental. And then they was like, so do you keep everything? They was like, what about like pictures and stuff in your phone? So one girl was like, man, I don't want any thought or sight of you at all. I delete everything. And she was like, but I mean, you don't keep pictures of like happy memories. She was like, I don't want nothing. I don't want no reminder. And then I happened to come across this video. I'm like, damn, that actually feeds in perfectly to my topic. So first, how do you feel about exes after, with both questions, how do you feel about exes after you're done with them? If you were following them or friends with them on social media, do you delete them? And how do you feel about their items, whether it be stuff that they left at your house or whether it be like pictures and stuff in your phone? Do you delete it or get rid of it, or do you keep it?
So following on social media, that's never really been a big deal. Anybody I was ever, I don't want to lie, I got a bad man. Anybody I was ever serious with, I don't think I was ever like friends on social media. Just one person. But that social media, like I don't get too caught up on social media anyway. Like whatever, because first of all, you gotta where a lot of niggas mess up is if you got a pretty woman and niggas just comment on a pic, niggas be in their feelings. For me, that just boosts my ego. Like, yes, 30 niggas is on my TikTok. Like I see her naked every day. Like I ain't really, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. As far as like items, no, when I run across them, I throw them in the trash. Like, and that's normally like I'll randomly find stuff. Like I'll be doing laundry, or like if I move when I'm going through opening old bins or something like that. You might find a bra, some underwear, some socks, a t-shirt, and the shit go in the trash. Because like, on one, whoever I'm dealing with now, that could definitely cause problems. Because who's gonna believe this is Melissa's sock from 2.5 years ago? I ain't opened this bin since pre-pandemic. Like, nigga, you lying. And then how I look just reaching out to you like, hey, I found your bra from 3 years ago. It's gonna look like I'm trying to like get at you. So I'm just throwing it in the trash. Like that one bra is like fucking up your collection. You definitely wasn't the one for me.
Tay Boogie said depends on how we departed. That's a good point. I'll say
So yeah,
pictures.
because sometimes it's like
Pictures
fuck these
stuff
bitches.
I don't get rid of. Items left.
I
First of
got
all, I don't
pictures.
really like people leaving
I got a
items
lot
at
of
my house
pictures.
anyway. What up, Creamy?
Got it.
I don't
A
like
lot of
people
pictures.
leaving items at my house in general. If you came here with it, leave with it. And I do the same at other people's crib. I've never
Oh,
been comfortable
minnows.
with stuff at Shorty crib. I don't care. Like we could be together for a long time. This could be a one night stand. Anything I came here with, I'm leaving with. But I feel like women like to do that to make sure you left it there. So if any leave stuff in places where women could go back and find it. I think a wild joint that I seen was I got there's two things that I always leave around. I always leave a book and I do Sudoku puzzles. So every once in a while I'll do one and like it's on my table. So people when they come there they see it. Sometimes people will pick it up and go do a puzzle. So I saw that this girl I was dating wrote her name and wrote the date in it. And I was like, because you just know somebody gonna go past it and see it. Toxic. But yeah, I personally want to know what y'all got to say about that. And if y'all think I came here to play with y'all, god damn it, I'm not. You like the toxic t-shirt?
I was about to say that shirt is fire.
Shout out
It's
to Jay
toxic, but
King.
it's fire. It's
Jay
definitely
King
fire.
was like, look, bro, I know you would like this joint. Sure will. You know, this the famous, that's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucking night. But yeah, audience, dial in. Let me see.
Me,
Yo, the
I
little
definitely
girl
don't delete
it
pictures though,
looked
but
like
I don't delete pictures because that's not like I just don't like I don't you know what I'm
right.
saying? It's not like it's not like they there because like I'm holding on to them but like they just there. And sometimes they come in handy, sometimes they don't. Like you know what I'm saying? If you spin the
You know
block
what?
and you
It's
return it,
crazy because I've actually seen this play out in live action. I was chilling with my homie, and I know both parties. I was cool with both of them before they had got together.
mhm.
So we was chilling, and it was another homie and her boyfriend. So we all sitting there. So it's five of us, and we was like laughing about one of her exes, and she had brought up a picture. And as she was scrolling through her pictures, you can see whatever you see, a picture of her and the dude that she was with had popped up. And my homie was like, yo, why you still got that? And she was like, I mean, I don't delete pictures. If I took that picture, I always had that picture. And I've had iPhones since they came out. So I just have all my pictures. So she was like, what's the issue? He was like, when I'm done with somebody, I delete everything of them. I delete the text thread. I delete their phone number. I delete all their pictures. She was like, that's a lot of effort for no reason. I mean, what's the big deal? And we surveyed the room, and it was literally 3-2. The other three people said, yo, delete everything once you're done with them. And me and the homie was like, it's not that deep. And it made for just an interesting conversation because neither side is wrong. And
Right.
it's not like I go through these pictures or go through well, sometimes I never mind, I'm not gonna say that.
Depends
But
on if
it's
that
not
videos or
like
not. There's videos.
I was about to say something
Woo.
crazy. But
Yeah.
you go through the pictures, I mean you might be passing, you'll see a picture like damn, we was happy that day. Or like, or damn, I remember that one day. But she was like, it's not like I go through these pictures and be like, oh my God, I want him back so bad. She was like, I mean, I just save all my pictures. It's not that big of a deal. And the picture that we were talking about was from like almost 12 years ago. She was like, you think I go back and look at this picture and be like, I really miss him. It made for an interesting conversation.
I think some people like. I mean, it just depends on where you at. Like, if you're like a self conscious or insecure human being, then I think it'll really be an issue for you. But I ain't I ain't even worrying about what's on nobody's phone. Like that kind of stuff ain't really important to me. And
Tay Boogie, I do not use Diddy's oil.
first of all,
When I get memory lane,
Tay
that's
Boogie
some
said he got a few mementos, and that's a word they use on SVU.
that's it. That make me think of when the serial killers be killing their victims and they take something off of them and
They
they
got a
find
piece of
that
their hair and shit.
they find a box with some of their stuff in it. It's like, yeah, he clearly had a thing for his victims. He wanted the treasure. But no, I personally don't see anything wrong with it. One thing that is kind of crazy to me is everybody know if you watch the show enough, you can see I have a million graphic tees. And it's always a shorty when I'm dealing with him, like, oh, I want one of your t-shirts. Go ahead. Not that t-shirt though. I like that t-shirt. I made that mistake once of giving somebody, like, I literally gave Shorty the shirt off my back. And she wears this shirt around her current dude. And I'm like, yo, she sent me a picture like, yeah, in bed showing her in a bull shirt. And I'm like, yo, what?
She sent you a picture
Just,
of her
I
and
just
your
deleted my
shirt you gave her.
existence. You probably deserved it, royalty. But no, like, yo, you really wear my t-shirt around, bull? I think that is wild as shit. Chicks
Yeah,
be on
that's
wild shit when it comes to that. Because,
yeah.
I mean, it's not like anything a dude could do outside of, like, wearing something that a shorty gave you, which don't have, like, quite the same significance. But wearing a t-shirt from your ex in front of your new dude is fucking wild.
I understand
But
OJ more and more every day.
You said what?
I understand OJ more and more every day.
Man, not gonna lie to you. I finished the Aaron Hernandez docuseries on FX. If y'all see me with the Aaron Hernandez jersey on, just mind your business. That boy was a serial killer. He died with 3 bodies under his belt.
Yeah, he was drunk.
Great series. If you in a docuseries, I definitely think you should check that. Nobody cared about none of this until cancel culture became popular. I disagree. A lot of women wear it, and it just be like, I know you ain't met. I mean, I personally don't care. I just think that it's a weird place. Like, I remember I was at a shorty crib and I was like, all right, I'm about to take a shower. She was like, I got some drawers. I'm not about to put no other nigga drawers on. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's wild.
Fuck. She said, no, these are mine. I like to wear men's briefs because of the way that it helps air out. And I was like, I'm not buying it.
And I'm pretty sure whatever size boxes you wear, I don't wear the same. Like if we do, that's a problem.
Yeah. You know what? I will allow a shorty to steal a shirt, but you absolutely will not steal a hoodie from me. I refuse to. I'm not with that steal my hoodie game. Not going.
We kind of locked in. Like you can't really. It's only one way out of this.
Yo, and that like MLK cheated on his wife plenty of times. Hold on, bring Corey's comment back up. MLK cheated on his wife plenty of times. Changed the name of their school too. Wait, that's wild as shit. But she wears an X shirt. I find my ex poke it and come home with a smell now. Oh shit. Tay Boogie, that is fucking wild. But it looked like y'all don't want to call in on the topic, so producer, let's jump into that spotlight.
What you want, my man?
Spotlight.
The Patriots is what?
America's team.
Hey guys.
What? I don't like this treatment. But Ryan, a safe space for men is back. We bike.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How it feel to be back, brother?
I feel good, man. I took a break for like longer than what I expected, but I don't know. I feel good to be back. I was excited to record. Like even when I'm like looking up topics and like writing down stuff on my cover, setting up, scheduling stuff with people. Like, yeah, I'm happy, and all the stuff I'm trying to do this year and next year, it's getting. I feel like it's getting a little pivotal. Like I'm
Okay.
really investing in it now. Like I'm gonna buy all this equipment and like it's really, I don't know, it's really gonna be like work, but like work that I actually want to do. So I'm happy to be back. It was good.
Okay.
I had a pretty good first episode of season 2. I got a lot of good feedback. Got some, people was hitting me up on the side. Actually like to understand what I was talking about because again, like the election had people just acting like fucking idiots. Like it's just
Yeah, I was like, I think that the biggest thing that people didn't realize about the election is we're black. So we always going to have to adapt and move on. No matter which way the election turns out, I always, because of the line of work I'm in, I always just have to keep it pushing. I can't sit there and dwell on it. I have to keep it pushing. So, I mean, your uncle is back in the White House. It's going to be it. It's got a COVID against draws.
How does he know that? How does he know that?
She didn't deny it, but yeah, and that's the reason why I didn't do a show last week. I felt that people were like across the platforms of podcasts that I consume every week. Everybody was just talking about the election. It was really nothing happening. It was just a bunch of election backlash, and I was like, I'm not doing an election recap. I just know y'all niggas didn't vote for me.
You know what I have been enjoying though?
What?
Like so The View. So I've never paid this much attention to The View. It's a show. It's more for women. It's 5 women on the stage, and they always just like bashing people and complaining. But they have been like, I ain't gonna like, no matter it ain't even about who you vote for. Like at this point, like every day, like they got a clip that I just laugh at. Like they come on and they just like complaining about. They'll pick something to complain about, and then like how it's worse than the world. You got Whoopi Goldberg, who is a millionaire up there talking about she said something about she's worrying about how to have to pay for stuff. And I'm like, that's the only thing that pisses me off about celebrities. Like y'all don't gotta worry about fucking buying bread, bitch. Like, let's be real. Like, come on. Like that's the shit that we worrying about, how to pay for school and gas and clothes and all that. Y'all is not, man, y'all don't even go shopping. Y'all got somebody go out and get all your shit for you, or it's getting delivered to the That's the thing that pisses me off. Like, just the celebrities. And then all the stuff is coming out on both sides, like how much people was getting paid to come and talk. Beyonce got 10 million to talk for 3 minutes. And again, it's like for her, it doesn't matter who gets elected or not, because she's a fucking billionaire. You know who's a billionaire? Her fucking husband. Like they don't. This shit doesn't even begin to affect them. So
Beyonce said y'all want to stop playing with her name. She didn't get paid to do that.
She did get paid to do it. It's public record. Like you can look it up. She got paid $10 million to do it. And I mean, Oprah was telling people like, this might be the last time I'm ever able to vote. Oprah, you're the richest black woman in the world. Like, it doesn't matter for you. And you're not going to sit here and convince me that you care about the people that are on the bottom because you don't. You don't. You don't. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. I just know. What?
There will be no Beyonce or Oprah slander up here. I did not okay that message.
It ain't slander.
Beyonce, you married, but Oprah, never mind. I forgot my cousin Stedman.
Oprah's
What up,
75.
cuz? But yeah, shout out to that. But glad that A Safe Space for Men is back. Definitely one of my favorite podcasts. Like I have almost like a TV schedule of podcasts that I watch every week. And it's like A Safe Space for Men, Chocolate Chip and Sip, Joe Budden podcast, Don't Call Me White Girl. But I literally sit there and watch these every week on a schedule. So it's definitely great to see my man back at it like a crack addict. Definitely got another episode on Ron's show with me coming up pretty soon. I'm just glad that you back. The streets missed you.
I'm gonna probably, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm going to definitely record it. I'm gonna drop every other week. I don't know if I'm gonna do every week right now. So every other week to give me, I can well I can just go. I can just go for the whole year. Like that way I don't gotta really take a break, but I can go every 2 weeks. So that'll give me 20 like 26 episodes. So I think that's how I'm gonna probably roll with it. I'm gonna see how it goes because I like to take vacations and stuff like that. So, but my plan is to have so much material. Like there was a point last year where I literally didn't touch. I didn't physically didn't record for like 6 weeks, but I had like 7 episodes ready to go, and I was just able to drop. Yeah. So that's what I'm about to start doing now. I'm about to just like record and stockpile, and that way I can just drop. 'Cause if I get to like 6, 7 episodes again, then I can really start spacing my interviews out, and it can be more like. Because a lot of times there was a point last year I think where I did like 3 episodes and like they were all kind of covering similar topics, like current events. But by the time the third one dropped, we was like a month away from it. So even though it was a great episode, got good feedback, but it was still like, I want to. So that's
You
what
want
I'm
the
working
strength
on.
iron was hot.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So yeah, again, I'm happy to be back. Thanks to everybody who be checking me out, listening and watching.
And check out Ryan on my bro J King Player Waves, Brotherly Love and Sisterly Advice. His episode should be dropping tomorrow. I can't wait to see Ryan in Hollywood. Lock horns like a ram.
And then I was, you know what? I was telling her she got a complex, and then like so when I was hitting her with all the because I get real serious on people. When she was like, she was coming off as like real angry and like she hated men. I was just like, what you going through? Like, who hurt you? Like, I was but I was serious. Like, damn, is your dad around? She's like, I got a great dad. I'm like, I was really asking her. She wasn't expecting it, so she can't finesse her way out of it. But yeah, she's solid. She be capping too much.
Oh,
she do.
With that being said, Ryan, any last words for the good people?
I mean, just don't let nobody fuck your day up. Strive for greatness. Make sure y'all sharing Ant podcast, liking, commenting.
Definitely.
And he can also use all the if y'all get out there and help increase his sales on the lowest grossing sex tape ever. I'm pretty sure he would appreciate it. So look out for my guy.
Hey yo. But no, Ryan, definitely appreciate you coming through today. Always appreciate my guests. Good people. Live every day like it's your last, but make sure you are prepared for tomorrow. God bless and good night.